Hi there, crafty peeps. Enis here from Paper Crafting with Enis, and I'm on today with another Craft With Me project sponsored by BEEBEECRAFT. And speaking of BEEBEECRAFT, let me just tell you that I am a YouTube program collaborator with BEEBEECRAFT, and as part of that program, they do give me a spending allowance where I can choose products up to my allotted amount, and they provide them to me for free as well as ship them for free. And if you're interested in becoming a YouTube program collaborator with BEEBEECRAFT, I do have a link in the description box below that you can click on and find out more details. But generally, you need to be a YouTube creator and have 100 or more subscribers, meet their other qualifications, and then you're good to go. And in exchange for giving you the free product, then you need to produce an unboxing video as well as 2 or 3 project videos. So that's what brings me here today. So the products I'm going to be using today is this UNICRAFTALE bracelet making kit, as well as these stitch markers by NBEADS. And you can see that I'm missing quite a few on here. There are 26 in a pack here, but I'm going to show you what I've done with those in a few minutes. And there are 12 bracelet kits in here as well. I did want to mention that the regular price for this kit was $9.94, and the regular price for this was $6.49, and both are eligible for coupons and sales when they come up, as well as my 10% discount, which is Enis10, ENIS10, and that's good for everything in your shopping cart. If you decide to shop on BEEBEECRAFT, I would appreciate it if you'd use my link in the description box below. I don't get anything for it. The only thing is it tells BEEBEECRAFT that people are watching my videos, and it makes it worth their while to continue sending me free product to produce videos for them. So anyway, these are the products we're going to use today. Like I said, I did use a number of these. I made a couple of bracelets ahead of time, which I will show you in a little bit, and then I selected a few more for the project we're going to do today. And then inside this box you get, there's 12 bracelets altogether. You get 4 of this large size here, and when I say large, you'll see it's the tray that I'm talking about. You get 4 of the mediums and 4 of the smalls. Okay, so 3 different sizes. You'll also receive the flat glass Cabochon domes that fit on each one. Okay. And what we're going to do today is we're going to add some charms to the bracelet, as well as something underneath the dome just to fancy it up a little bit. Okay, so let me put the extras away. So we're going to use this medium size one today. And the reason I'm using the medium size one is the end of the bracelet has a cute little heart already on it for Valentine's Day. And it does have some star charms built right into the chain. Now the other ones have a star on the end, but they don't have anything on the chain, so they're a little more plain, but they're pretty nonetheless. Okay, so let me just move a couple of things aside. We're going to need this. Okay, so I'm going to use one of the heart sequins from this mix, and I think this may have come from Michael's, I don't know, maybe Hobby Lobby. Let me show you the label. So this was the label, and I'm not sure what store this comes from, but I know that many of you will probably know. So I did select one heart from there, and I did select a few charms I'm going to use, and these are these hearts with the little halos around them, and then the hearts with the little wings. And then there's some jump rings in there, and then this little heart here is part of the previous bracelets that I made, which I'm going to show you right now. And then this is the heart we're going to use for this project. Okay. Let me just set that aside. So here is one of the bracelets that I made. And these are using the NBEADS charms that I just showed you. And now I'm going to give you a close-up of this one. And I know it's hard to see because there's some glare. You'll see that the heart is not centered on there. So I'm going to tell you when I'm putting this one together why that happened, because I learned a lot doing this. And then here is the other bracelet I made, and this has the same charms. Well, no, actually it doesn't. This has lips and a heart, and this has flowers and lips. Now this one, the heart is more centered. So we're going to try to accomplish that today. So let me put these aside. And we're going to use some E6000 glue. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the charms to the bracelet, and I'm going to do that first because once we start gluing the sequins in this on, we don't want to mess around with the glue too much to cause that shifting that you saw over there. So I'm going to add one charm, and then I'm going to go off camera and do the rest. I'm just doing one to show those of you who do not know how to put charms on. So I think, let's see here, just lay my charms out and my jump rings. Okay, I think I'm going to start out with the larger charms on the inside. So I'm going to have a large charm and then a smaller one. And I want you to look at this bracelet. So this has a number of little star charms on it. I'm going to put my charms every 2 stars. I think that's a good spacing, and I kind of like the way it looked on the other bracelets. So let's do the first one. Okay, grab up a jump ring here. And I do want to mention, when you put these charms on, you're going to want to make sure that your jump rings are closed as tightly and completely as absolutely possible, because if it's not, the links on this chain are so tiny, I don't know if you can see it there, but they're so tiny that no doubt these charms will fall off. So let me just loop that in there. Okay, and then I'm going to close up the jump ring. And like I said, making sure it's nice and tight and closed. So there is my first charm. Okay, and when you put these charms on, I also wanted to mention you're going to try to make sure you put them on so they face the same way as this tray, because you kind of want all of your things facing in the same direction. Sometimes it's really hard to do that, but that's what you want to do. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to add the rest of my charms, and then I will be right back. Okay, crafty peeps, I'm back, and you can see I have my charms on, and they are 2 stars apart on each one for some nice spacing. And you can add more charms, or you don't have to add charms at all if you don't want to, but that's how I chose to do mine. Best to do this project with some jewelry glue, but I don't have any. So I'm going to be using some E6000 because this works for just about everything. And I probably should be wearing a glove or something to do this, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to make sure I wipe my hands off right away afterwards. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to glue this sequin inside the heart, okay? So what I'm going to do is take a little blob of the glue on my finger here, and I'm going to squish it down into the tray. Now, the reason that we're going to glue the sequin in first is because if we don't glue this sequin down, there's going to be a gap between the back of the sequin and the tray, which is going to make a weak spot, I guess is what I would call it. And maybe the dome won't stay on for very long. It might pop off because there's going to be some air underneath. So I'm going to put that right inside there, and I'm going to squish it down a little bit because this particular sequence has got a cupped back on it. Okay, so it's down in there, and I have pressed it down. All right. And so I think that looks pretty good. It's kind of on an angle, but I don't mind. I think it gives it a little bit of character. So now what I'm going to do is take another blob of glue on my finger. Hopefully this is enough. And I am going to put it on top of this sequence. Now when you do this, you want to make sure that you fill the entire tray. You don't want to overfill it because when you put your cabochon on, you're going to push it down gently and the glue is going to squeeze out along the edges. So I probably have too much glue here, but I will make sure that I wipe off any excess. But you want to make sure the entire tray is filled. You don't want any bubbles in here. Just wiping the excess glue off my fingers. And I'm just going to wipe off around the edge. Okay. Just trying to level it out a little bit. And by the way, E6000 is a self-leveling glue, so it should do some correction all on its own. All right. So now I'm going to take my cabochon and I'm going to add it on top of the sequins, the glue, and the tray, and I'm going to press it down gently just so it sets. And I do see a little bubble in there, but I don't know if there's anything I can do about that now. Well, let's see. Can I squeeze the bubble out? I think I did. All right, let me just wipe off any excess glue that's around the edges. Uh-oh, my cabochon's sliding. That's another thing. Oh, and I was going to tell you, remember I mentioned that this one, the heart is sideways? Well, that's what happened. The cabochon slid and it pushed the little heart around, but I think it's still cute. It's still cute. So I'm just trying to get this excess glue off. All right. Well, that heart's pretty big inside of there, but it kind of makes it look like the entire thing is pink. Okay. So there is the completed bracelet. Yeah, I think a smaller heart would have been better, but you know what? It's still super cute. I like the fact that it's pink in there. And let me just lay this across my wrist so you can see how it looks. I think it's cute. Very cute. And it says love inside there. I think you can probably make that out. It says love. There you go. So that is the cabochon bracelet. I've got this pink one here. And by the way, all of these charms came from the NBEADS pack I had. And all of the bracelets came from the UNICRAFTALE bracelet kit. And so I have 3 bracelets here. Just turn my little charms around. Okay, so those are the 3 bracelets that I made. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It's pretty easy, really. I mean, all you're doing is adding charms and adding some glue, and you don't have to put a sequin in there. You can put anything as long as it's something flat. It's got to be flat, or else the cabochon won't set right on the little tray there. As I mentioned in previous videos for BEEBEECRAFT, this is going to be a giveaway. So I would appreciate it if everyone who watches would leave me a comment down below. And those who do leave a comment are going to be in a drawing to win one of these 3 bracelets. And so I will have 3 winners. You will receive a random bracelet. So, you know, I'm just going to pick whichever one and give to each of my winners. Today is January 20th, and I think I will draw the winners on the 24th. So that would be this coming Friday. Don't forget to hit the like button and leave me a comment down below. In order to be eligible, you need to be 18 years or older, have a U.S. mailing address, and either be a subscriber to my channel or a frequent commenter. I hope you enjoyed this project, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next crafty video. See you later, crafty peeps. Bye.